Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weischadle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weischadle. Doug, I haven't seen you since they released the NFL schedule, so now you're a big Jets fan. How'd your Jets do in terms of schedule selection? I guess that's what you call it.
One primetime game.
One primetime?
Sunday night game against the Jaguars, and everything else is Sundays at 1 o'clock, which I personally like the 1 o'clock games.
Okay, good.
Especially if I'm, putting together some same-game parlays and even some what I was doing the last NFL season, I was doing 1 o'clock parlays and 4 o'clock parlays.
Okay.
I was splitting them up.
You were splitting them up like that?
Yeah.
You have that you have that kind of thing going on.
I had that for last year. That's all. But
that's your process of betting on Sundays.
And also for the Jets, since that's my team and I know that team the best, I was doing same-game parlays with them.
Okay.
So, but it was only one primetime game. Everything else is Sundays at 1 o'clock. That's what happens when you're a 3-win team.
Yeah.
Eagles?
Eagles, with regard to prime time, 2 Monday night games. They have a Thursday night game and a Sunday night game. Their first Monday night game is a very interesting thing. They're the second of a doubleheader, week 2 Monday night. I forgot what the first game was, but that starts about like 7:30, and I think the Eagles start about 8:15, 8:30. So
which means
there are two games playing at once on Monday Night Football.
Does that mean that's a West Coast game for the Eagles?
I forgot.
Usually when they do the double headers, it's an East Coast and a West Coast or a mid country kind of thing. And you know what?
Minnesota Vikings they play.
That's
at 8:30.
They're in Minnesota.
They're in Minnesota.
So that's an hour behind. So that's why they're the second game. But I have to admit, the NFL always does event programming. They made the schedule release an event, even though everyone else got the schedule ahead of time.
Well, let me tell you, it was both on ESPN. It was also on the NFL Network. I was actually flipping between both of them and also the basketball game. So because it's NBA playoff, so I wasn't fully zoned in on the NFL schedule release. But when I got to the ESPN, they were doing the betting lines for the first week. So
you have to.
It was going well for ESPN. So
you have to wait until the schedule's out. And then you can actually start doing the win totals now. So
can I say something about this? Must be a talk radio or sports radio tradition. You go around sports radio in different cities, and apparently as soon as the schedule comes out, these guys who are on
don't tell me go through the schedule.
Yeah, they go through the schedule and they do the win losses. I'm not going to say I almost said their names and a couple people's names, but but they do it around the country. How would they even know? I mean, I guess it eats up time in an afternoon drive time kind of sports situation.
The only thing I know is I know some of after the draft, some of the books had the win totals for the seasons out.
Well, the futures, yeah.
Yeah, the futures. I actually got a good one for the Jets, 5.5 wins.
Oh, okay.
And given what they did in the draft,
I pulled the trigger on that one?
I did the over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I just think
you are a Jets fan, huh?
They are in a much better position after what they did at the
draft. They had a very good draft, but let's see if that translates into wins.
Well, again, it's a matter with the Jets that everything on paper, they win on paper, but they lose on the field. Yeah, and that's the way it's been for about 20 years now.
Well, we got a great show coming up. We got a Beat in the House. We got a book report. And I'm going to be talking about Pennsylvania gambling with Joe Bilheimer, Executive Vice President of the Cordish Gaming Group. They operate 2 great locations in Pennsylvania, Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh. They have a great online casino site as well in Pennsylvania, and he's going to tell us what's happening gambling-wise with the Cordish Gaming Group in the Keystone State. Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
Well, for today's first exit, I think we can file this under painfully obvious, but it's still good information to know. Okay. This is a study from Rutgers University about online gambling in New Jersey, I should say.
Okay.
They've been doing this every year since online gambling has started in the state. even before
2013,
something like that. Yeah, I think it was 2013. This year's report focuses on the year 2018.
Okay.
It takes a while to get all this information together.
Okay.
And as you know, 2018 was the beginning of online sports betting in New Jersey.
Yes.
According to the report, they've collated all this raw data in terms of both the online sports betting, the online gaming, and they've come up with the result that New Jersey online casino revenue ballooned soon after the introduction of mobile sports betting in August of 2018.
Okay. Yeah. No,
yeah, painfully obvious.
Okay.
But again, it's one of those studies where you see these obvious benchmarks, but sometimes you do uncover data that is kind of surprising. And I'm going to tell you right now, none of this was surprising. Well, maybe a couple things.
One great thing about living in New Jersey is everything is at your fingertips. It's certainly online sports betting, online casinos, online poker. I mean, it's just great. And when the pandemic hit, I mean, that was a lifesaver. I mean, I can't tell you how many poker tournaments I was in during the pandemic. So, I think it online is such a vital part of the gaming industry in New Jersey. So yeah, I believe this. I mean, certainly it's
the most interesting stat I saw.
Okay.
From the 2018 online gambling report here, in 2018 there were 487,000 new accounts created.
Okay.
For online gaming, whether it be casino or sports betting, it's overall 487,000. But only 13% of those new accounts were active users.
I'm surprised. Why are they releasing this now? 2018 was
took
4 years. 4 years ago. Really?
It takes a while to the wheels of academia move slow sometimes.
I guess. I mean,
But if you're going to,
did they get grant money for this or?
Everything they do gets grant money.
Oh my God!
Know that. Come on,
really?
It's college.
Okay,
it's college. It's a university. But again, I think if you want to really get into these numbers, the report's available. The one thing I found kind of interesting is the amount of effort it takes to collate this information.
Sure. Okay,
it takes a while to get all this information, do the results, and I'm not going to sit here and say don't do this. It's actually very interesting.
No, it's very
that someone
interesting.
actually keeps tabs of all this.
What I'd be very interesting to see is pre and post pandemic effect on New Jersey.
Well, you got a couple years to wait for that.
Well, I guess I do.
Yes.
Wow, boy,
you got a little ways to go.
We had that little speed bump. I don't even know if you call it a speed bump for online gaming. If the pandemic, I mean, that was the greatest thing that ever happened with the online gaming is the pandemic. I mean, it was such a terrible thing to happen to this country and the world, the pandemic. But in terms of online gaming, I guess I saw a boost in advertising.
Yes.
In online gaming. I mean, I can't walk by a TV. I know. I can't walk by a TV without seeing online casinos. I even saw an online poker TV commercial. When was the last time you saw that?
Right. Well, hey, the report also did the I guess you can call VIP bettors the most frequent ones, the active users, the top 10% of all bettors in Jersey.
Okay.
The report showed that the annual amount wagered decreased by 10% for the top 10% of bettors.
Okay.
So they were betting less amounts, but it was the average amount was $582,000.
Average amount bet?
Yep.
Okay.
So
they're the whales, I guess.
They're the whales. They're the VIPs, they're whatever you want to call them, top 10%.
They're the big time
bettors. That
bettors.
was 28 times the amount wagered by the average gambler, which I guess it may be us. I don't know.
I guess.
I think this is still even above me. That was $645, the average bettor.
Okay.
So that's just an amazing differential between the top 10% and the average bettor.
I love the term that, people who bet in retail sports books. I mean, the big time bettors. I love the books call them duffel bag bettors.
Yes.
They just bring in a duffel bag full of money just to bet on things. It's interesting.
The last statistic that stood out to me, the average gambler averaged 19 betting days per month.
So
I'm sorry, per year.
So this is 2018, which is really the first year.
222 betting days for the top 10% gamblers.
Okay.
So big difference between top 10% and the rest of the nation.
Okay, so 2018...
The rest of the states, New Jersey.
I'm
so used to doing national numbers.
Was the first year... 2018 was the first year New Jersey started sports betting. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would be very interested to see how this grew, what the pandemic effect was, and now how, as we're coming out of the pandemic and, I guess we're out of it. I don't even know if we're out of it yet. Who knows? There's still baseball games being canceled for COVID, which is
as a matter of
ridiculous.
fact, I just saw a couple more canceled.
I thought we were done with this, but I guess not. But I'd be very curious to see the ups and downs of
I'm very curious
the online betting world and casino world in New Jersey.
I just want to see what happened the next year. 2019 is going to be more interesting to me because that became an everyday part of everyone's lives in New Jersey.
Yeah, so Rutgers, get going in tabulation.
A little faster, guys.
A little faster. It's 2022. Let's see the other years.
We're all getting older here.
Yep.
Exit 2.
For the eSports exit today, we're going to talk mockumentary.
Okay.
Everyone knows what a mockumentary is. It's a satirical documentary-style TV show.
Think Spinal Tap.
That's the ultimate mockumentary.
Yeah, that's the
good comparison.
There
there.
you go. That's
puts a lot of pressure on these guys producing these things.
Anytime you say mockumentary, I think of Spinal Tap. So,
well, that's a huge bar to hit. So, But anyway, in 2018, Netflix had a series called American Vandal.
What's with 2018?
I know. I don't know. I don't know
why
why
we
this
stuck
number
in 2018. Two exits, and they dealing with 2018.
I don't know.
All right,
I may have to play 2018 for the pick fours.
I know. What?
But I did not notice that until I just said it out loud here.
All right.
But anyway, Netflix canceled American Vandal, which was an eSports mockumentary series.
Okay.
They canceled it, so the duo that were producing it took their next project over to Paramount Plus. And Paramount Plus is now going to produce a new eSports mockumentary.
Okay.
It's called Players.
All right.
And let me get the summary. The show follows a player named Cream Cheese.
Okay.
That's his avatar name, whatever you want to call it.
Cream Cheese.
Who is forced to step out of the limelight as Team Fugitive, which is the fictional League of Legends team he plays on.
Okay.
Hires their newest recruit, a 17-year-old prodigy called Organism.
Okay.
Who also goes by the initials PJ in the show.
All right.
Which is short for Piss Jar.
Okay.
Don't ask me about why it's called Piss Jar.
What a world we're entering here in the
jargon
eSports
in
mockumentary.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I think I remember seeing some of the other series, American Vandal. It was almost like the Office style show.
Okay. So these are apparently there was something called American Vandal.
Back in 2018.
2018.
There's that number again.
And that was an esports mockumentary.
Right. It was an Office type series.
And now the same guys who did American Vandal have gone to Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus stepped up.
And there's going to be a new esports mockumentary?
Right.
Is that okay?
Called Players.
All right.
Basically, I think there's only so many different ways you can do a mockumentary on esports.
It seems like there's so many mockumentaries in every field. I mean, a couple years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, wasn't there a poker mockumentary? I think we used some of the clips
I think it was
in
called
our broadcast media show. It's broadcast radio show.
It was called The Grind or something.
Was
like
it?
that.
I don't remember the name of it.
The name of it, but there's always really interesting mockumentaries.
There's a mockumentary about everything.
Yes.
So.
I remember Space Force, which was one of the worst mockumentary series.
I don't even know that.
The one about the Air Force in space, the one what the hell was the guy's name was Carol.
Oh, I don't think that was a mockumentary. That was
Really?
an actual movie.
Oh,
no,
well,
that was
it was a series.
character.
It was a series. It was a series,
yeah, but this is an actual kind of a mockumentary, right?
Yeah, well,
It's
they're
behind
following
the scenes
a fictional
kind of thing?
League of Legends team, and you actually get to see sort of what goes on behind the scenes in this situation. It's a parody, and you got to take that with a grain of salt.
Well, it's mockumentary.
Yeah, but I mean, it shows behind the scenes, all the interactions.
Sure.
So I think it'll be kind of fun. It's launching on June 16th. The first 3 episodes are going to drop the first day. Yeah. And then it's going to be released every Thursday after that.
I think the biggest mockumentary, if you want to do a series that's a mockumentary, is The Office. right? It was,
that's
a mockumentary. So
that was the comparison
So
I had to American Vandals there. Yeah,
it's an eSports
Office
version of The Office.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm actually curious to see it. I mean, there's so many different ways you can look at esports. Esports is huge now, and
Sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you actually got to pay attention. It's gotten to the level of being made fun of.
That's what I mean.
That's when you know you
got
made
to
it
a
as an
certain
industry.
level of popularity that a mockumentary on esports makes sense.
Or
So-
two mockumentaries.
Yeah, well,
on
two
esports.
Well,
by the same guy, so I
Yeah.
don't know. But again, a fictional League of Legends team called Fugitive. Two guys. One's the new guy on the block gunning for the old guy's position. So kind of
this is
typical storyline in
Paramount
terms of old
Plus.
versus young.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount
right?
Plus, June 16th.
All right.
Every Thursday, first day it drops. They're going to have 3 episodes.
Okay, good.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
Exit 3.
In today's NFT exit, I'm actually calling it the NFT exit. I seem to find NFT stories every day, so I'm going to just call it the NFT exit.
Stories every day.
We have a Vegas icon returning to the Strip
Okay.
as an NFT.
All right.
Remember Vegas Vicky? The big
Explain.
neon light of the girl kicking her leg as you
Oh, okay.
near, I think it was Frontier or something.
I got to be honest with you. I didn't know that was
That
her
had a name. That was her name, Vegas
Okay.
Vicky. Well, she is going to make a return to the Vegas Strip as a non-fungible token being produced by Circa Hotel and Casino.
Okay, just to be clear, I mean the actual
They're not
physical
doing the
statue, or not the statue, but neon sign isn't going to be on the strip.
No, but
it's going to
there's-
be on it's an NFT.
Let me explain. There's going to be an actual physical painting
Okay.
in the casino as well.
All right.
The Borbet, the artist, is going to be doing the painting version of it. He's the one who actually created the sign. Anyway.
Okay.
But he's returning to Vegas. He's bringing the fully formed portrait of Vegas Vicky, which is going to hang in Circa.
Okay.
But Circa is going to be doing a minting of an NFT with her as, I guess, the theme of it.
Mm-hmm.
The Vegas Vicky NFT collection.
Now, did the artist name the painting or the
From what I
neon sign
understand, yes, it
Vegas
was always
Vicky?
named
So it was
Vegas
always
Vicky.
Vegas
It was
Vicky.
always
I
Vegas
was
Vicky.
wondering if the artist put it up there and everyone else just called it Vegas
The
Vicky.
20-foot blonde cowgirl
Okay.
neon sign called
All right.
Vegas Vicky.
All right.
That was always the name. It was it was in the Fremont Street Experience.
Okay.
In 1980, that's when it came out.
Okay.
It was, here you go. In my notes, I should have looked at this right away. It was perched upon Bob Stupak's Glitter Gulch Casino.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what that became, because that did become another casino.
I remember I was actually in Vegas in 1980. We were both. I was 10 years old at the time.
We did not realize we were seeing a future NFT on the
just-
strip. Obviously.
I can't remember if I saw it or not. I was 10 years old. I don't know.
I remember seeing it all in the brochures
So?
when we were out there. So, but
Okay.
again, it's the NFT collection.
I'm sure there's a T-shirt I could buy with Vegas Vicky on it.
Well, guess what?
Okay.
That's probably going to be part
All
of
right.
the NFT
I'll-
collection
I'll
package.
get a Vegas Vicky
But
T-shirt.
they're going to be doing different. They haven't minted this yet. They're going to be minting it soon. It's going to be launched soon. Well, no word on when it's going to be minting, but in other NFT type news for the Las Vegas Strip, Resorts World is going to be the host location of an NFT drop.
I heard about this one. This one's pretty cool.
The Farrah Fawcett famous 1976 red bathing suit poster is being turned into an NFT. It's not going to be hosted at the Resorts World Casino. It will be advertised at Resorts World.
Okay.
It's going to be, let's see, first time an NFT drop has been revealed on the Las Vegas Strip. It's displayed on the resort's exterior screens, including the 100,000 square foot West Tower LED screen.
Wow.
Visible on the Las Vegas Strip and across the valley, they say.
So that was the famous poster of Farrah Fawcett.
Yes.
Do we call her Farrah Fawcett Majors or just
Was
Farrah
she Farrah
Fawcett?
Fawcett Majors at that time?
You know, there's they're playing the old Charlie's Angels TV show, the first season, and she's credited as Farrah Fawcett Majors.
Yeah, but
And
not after the first season though.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the situation was, but talking about the bathing suit poster, I mean, that was everywhere in the 70s. Growing up in the 70s, I know that was everywhere in the 70s.
Well, just to wrap this up,
Okay.
Vegas Vicky NFT collection. If you go to VegasVickyNFT.com, you can take a look at it there. That's the first NFT ever done by Las Vegas Casino.
Okay.
Farrah Fawcett, it's the FarrahNFT.com website, and that's really the first one advertised by a Las Vegas casino. It's the first one dropped announcement.
And that's at Resorts World, right?
That's at Resorts World
Okay.
on the Strip.
Cool.
Exit 4.
We haven't done a trademark in a while.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured, why not combine our sports betting industry with trademarks here? And we're going to talk Barstool Sports.
Okay.
Barstool Sports, as you know, has just opened up their new sports betting bars. Their branded sports betting bars. They had one
Yeah,
I think,
well,
in
technically-
Chicago and Philly or whatever.
I mean, I don't think they have
They're not
kiosks
sports betting,
there.
no.
They don't have windows there, but I guess it's a sports betting themed bar.
Right. It's
We can call
Barstool
it that.
Sports Bar, I should say.
Yes. Sports bar. Yeah.
And they've been pretty popular so far.
Absolutely.
Everyone seems to like it. And also, Portnoy had his pizza review. I
Yeah,
guess,
no, I
segments.
like that. It's
One Bite reviews.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
But did they have a frozen pizza line
That's
too?
what I was getting into.
Okay,
they
that-
expanded into.
I haven't
having,
seen it in the stores though.
It's only in Walmart.
Okay, all right. See, that's good to know.
As a
I'll
matter
check
of fact,
it.
I have seen it in Walmart.
I have not. So yeah, I'll pick up one. I'll try it.
It's called One Bite Pizzas,
Okay.
and they have a trademark on that.
Okay.
They have applied for trademarks for their sports bar restaurants.
Sure.
So now they have filed a new trademark called Pardon My Cheesesteak.
Oh, getting into cheesesteaks, huh?
And it's for a cheesesteak restaurant chain.
Ooh, okay. Good.
I don't know
Good.
exactly where.
I'm a big
they're
fan
gonna
of the
be.
cheesesteak, so
But again,
I'll
they
definitely
just-
try it out. So.
They just filed the mark on April 12th.
Mhm.
And the application says it's for, and I want to put this right, a takeout restaurant under the name of Pardon My Cheesesteak.
Okay.
Now, I'm assuming with Barstool's,
I'm assuming there's going to be a
Yeah.
variety of different cheesesteaks.
I'm assuming they're maybe looking at ballpark concession stands.
See, that'd be great.
See, that falls under takeout.
Okay. Yeah, I go to the best ballpark for for cheesesteaks, and that's Citizens Bank Park in Philly.
Is it still Geno's there? Or is it...
No. I haven't been back this year, so I'm not sure what it was. Tony Luke's was there
Yes.
for a bit.
They do
I
have
gotta
some of
tell
the
you,
best ones.
Yeah, I mean, they taste great. I'm not sure how healthy that whiz is that they put on. That's the big thing for Philadelphia. It's called Whiz Wit, which means whiz and fried onions,
And
which
just
is
so
fantastic.
people know, the correct terminology is cheesesteak. I know up in Boston they have steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese, yeah.
That's so wrong.
So
That is completely wrong, guys. But again, cheesesteak, Whiz-Wit. I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing, but again, they've expanded from just the Barstool Sports website
Yeah.
to the sports book, sports bars, pizzas.
great.
The pizza was first, then the sports bars.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
and
so.
Frozen pizzas, sports bars, now takeout cheesesteaks.
Hey,
I'm
great.
I'm very curious to see what kind of variety they have. I mean, there's so many different ways to do a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
I mean, traditional is Whiz-Wit, like you said, but
Yeah.
there's so many different ways you can do it.
But
I actually do cheesesteaks with pepperoni on them.
Okay.
I love that. I love the way the pepperoni hits when you do it in a cheesesteak.
No, but I'm glad you told me there are pizzas in Walmart. So
Yes.
I have to go to Walmart. I'll go to Walmart a lot, but I'm going to check it out now. So
They actually partnered with a company called Happy Foodie.
So is it those square? Is it an actual round type of frozen pizza?
I don't know what
or
the pizza itself
is
looks
it-
like. It's in a box.
What's
that
the brand
says
that's
one
like a
one
square
bite.
thing?
What do you mean it's a square thing?
It's
You mean Elio's?
Elios? That's it. Yeah, no, they have these square pizzas. That,
No, I don't know exactly what the shape of the actual pizza
Okay.
is, but
All right.
the box is square. If that's what you're asking.
No. I meant the actual shape of
I
the
don't
pizza. Is
know.
it one of those big round pizzas that you just put in the oven, or is
do
it
not
like?
know.
Okay,
I
well,
can't answer that because
all right, I'm
I
going to
have
check
no
it
idea.
out. All right,
But again, they're in Walmart. I'm very curious if this is going to be a ballpark concession thing or just a standalone type of thing where you pick up, or maybe they'll put it in some of the casinos.
I don't know. That'd be great.
And
because
Penn
I
National
know
would be a perfect spot.
They have a deal with Penn National, the sports books there. So, that would be great.
I'm still waiting for something to happen with Barstool up at that one up in Plain Ridge. It has Barstool logos everywhere.
That's Plain Ridge, Massachusetts.
Plain Ridge, Massachusetts.
Yeah, so.
Plainville, Massachusetts.
Plainville, Massachusetts, or Plain Ridge. Plain Ridge Casino in Plainville,
Right,
Massachusetts.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And isn't Dave Portnoy from Boston?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's in that Massachusetts area, so,
As you can tell from all his tweets about Boston sports.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
But no, again, I'm looking forward to this.
No, absolutely.
They are some of the most creative guys out there.
I know. I like Barstool, and that's such a great thing what they're doing with the.
And it's
I said, I got to try the pizza, and now I have to try the cheesesteak.
And it's a great brand.
Yep. And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-5910. That's 609-512-5910. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is our handle on Instagram. And as always, our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget, you can listen to the show via Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, radio.com mobile app, as well as Stitcher and YouTube. You can also watch us on your smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Head on over to turnpikesports.net. You'll be able to watch our video channel there.
Well, we got a big show coming up for you. We got a Beatin the House. We got a book report coming up. But right after this, I'm talking with Joe Bilheimer. He's the executive vice president of the Cordish Gaming Group. They operate two of the best properties in Pennsylvania. They have, Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And I've been to the one in Philadelphia lots of times. It's just an amazing casino experience. And he's going to tell us all about the two properties, Cordish Gaming Group.
As well as their online site, too.
The online site. And Joe's going to come on and tell us all about the what Cordish Gaming Group is doing for the gambling industry in Pennsylvania. It's a great interview. So not on my part, but he gave out some.
That's a self-serving statement.
I know. I always make fun of those announcers. Hey, we got a great interview coming up. I did it. No, but it's a great interview because Joe Bilheimer just gave out some great information about the incredible properties and things Cordish Gaming Group is doing in the gambling industry in Pennsylvania. So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Psst. Yeah, you. Come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore.
Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use offer code SPICE404. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item, 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports. Even though I'm in New Jersey, I can tell you there's nothing better than crossing the Delaware River and hitting the casinos in Pennsylvania. The casino industry is incredible in the Keystone State, in large part due to the Cordish Gaming Group, in my opinion. They are responsible for Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh. And to tell us all about the amazing things Cordish Gaming Group is doing in Pennsylvania, on the line is the executive vice president of Cordish Gaming Group, Joe Bilheimer. Joe, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure.
I got to tell you, before all these interviews, they always give me a pack of materials to go over, and I was reading your bio, and I got to tell you, you have worked in some of the coolest locations for casinos in the country. Tell us about your background and how you came to work at Cordish Gaming Group.
Well, I started off in Atlantic City as a dealer at Playboy in the early '80s. I eventually moved to Mississippi with the expansion of gaming that was going on there, and developed a few properties down there. Most notably was our Hard Rock location, which we started building in 2003, and that was a quite unique experience to build the property and then have Katrina come destroy it, and then we rebuilt it. So I always say I'm one of the few people you'll talk to that's built the same property on time and on budget twice. But that was a great experience. I went on to become Chief Operating Officer for a company called MTR Gaming, which was a small company with 3 casinos, actually 2 at the time, and we built a third in Columbus. And that company was a publicly traded company that merged with another small company called El Dorado, which you guys now know as Caesars Entertainment.
Sure.
So I spent a couple years with them and actually retired, and had a reach out from the Cordish family about helping with our project in Pittsburgh that they were endeavoring to build, and they told me about building 2 casinos, one in Pittsburgh, one in Philadelphia, and one thing led to another, and kind of here I sit knee deep in 2 of the greatest facilities built in Pennsylvania, both during the pandemic.
They're always in the news, and I always hear about Cordish Gaming Group. But for people who aren't in the gaming industry, what is the Cordish Gaming Group, and what is your role in the company?
So my role right now is EVP of our PA casino. So I oversee our 2 casinos in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia, as well as our online gaming operations. And Cordish Gaming Group is really the collective group that oversees our Maryland Live property as well as our Pennsylvania properties, and we also are, out seeking other development opportunities and or acquisitions. So I participate in that part of our business group as well. But we run, our Maryland property is one of the top performing casinos in the country, and has been for almost 11 years or 10 years now. I'm sorry. So, we're a pretty established group with a lot of executives from various casino companies through the years, and we've got just a tremendous amount of talent in our group.
I love the Pennsylvania casino industry. I mean, even though I'm in New Jersey, you're the closest casino to me is Live Philadelphia. You're about 20 minutes from me, which is great because I'm always in Pennsylvania, and I think Pennsylvania has some of the best casinos in the country. For people out there who are listening around the country who aren't familiar with the industry in Pennsylvania, give us an overview of it. I mean, basically, Pennsylvania has it all for every facet of the gambling industry. Give us an overview of what Pennsylvania has for gamblers.
Yeah, well, PA obviously with its location in the Northeast, both Philadelphia and Pittsburgh on either side, with access to Ohio and New Jersey on the other side, is a pretty well established gaming market. And our 2 facilities that we built, in particular, Philadelphia is we built it as a regional casino, but as a destination resort. So I think we're the first casino to actually build a hotel with the casino. But throughout the Commonwealth, there's some really good operations up and down the East Coast, through the central part of PA, as well as over in the Pittsburgh market as well. Very, very well established casinos.
Now, Cordish Gaming Group operates 2 casinos, as you said, Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh. I want to first ask you about the Philadelphia property because that's the one I'm most familiar with. And I even said this to you off air. I'm a Philadelphia sports fan, and I think that location is the greatest location in the world for a sports fan of Philadelphia. Tell everyone where it's located and actually what's around the property.
Well, we're actually right in the heart of the Stadium District, and Philadelphia Live Casino is the only casino that I think you can walk to 4 different major professional sports teams, from the property. We're really right next to Citizens Bank Park, and just on the other side of that is the Link, and then Wells Fargo, just down the street. So not only, do we have the sports in the stadium district, but we also have a tremendous amount of entertainment that goes on in the stadium district. I want to say there's 215 days of activity, just with the base of sports and general entertainment, and that gets added on to, seems like every day, particularly with the pandemic coming to an end. We're really starting to see a lot of other entertainment options and acts get booked within the stadium district. So it's a vibrant area to come, and we're thrilled to death that people have think of us now when they think of a sporting event. It's great.
Last time I was there, it was before the baseball season, and we were driving out of the parking garage, and you can actually see into Citizens Bank Park, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Now, I haven't been back to a Phillies game yet, but I plan on going in the next couple of weeks. The casino has to be busy during the game, but it's got to be so much fun before and after the game. What's game day like at the Philadelphia property? I mean, and also from looking at your website, I see you even have a tailgate package for people who visit the casino. What can people expect during game day at your property?
Well, with game day, I think one of the, most exciting things in here was we have our own branded restaurant, Sports and Social, which is adjacent to Vandal. It's kind of combined. So you have the best of restaurants and kind of pregame type activities, as well as the ability to bet on sports with our partner Vandal. And again, we have a tremendous. It depends on the team that's coming in, but you can see some interesting folks coming through the facility, both pregame and then postgame, depending on who wins or loses. And as you mentioned too, we have a lot of different packages, with our sales team for groups that want to come in pregame or postgame. But it's certainly an exciting time of year, and the hopes for the Philly season is always very high at this time, and we found them also to be great partners. So we root them on every chance we get.
A couple of weeks ago, I got an email from Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, and being a Phillies fan, this caught my attention. I can actually park at the casino property, and if I'm a Gold Card member or above, I get a special deal. What is that promotion like for Phillies fans?
Yeah, so really our better customers, and a Gold Card is a customer that comes here semi-frequently, so you earn up to that, and that just gives you the ability to park for free during game days. Because of where we are, we actually have to charge for parking, but we do also offer anybody that parks here the ability to get their money refunded through free play in the casino. So it's no harm, no foul. If you want to park with us, come on in and pay the fee, and then we'll give you back some free play for your troubles of having to pay to park.
That's just an incredible deal for Philly fans. It's just absolutely amazing. But I got to ask you, you're celebrating your 1-year anniversary for the property. Last year, I can't believe it's been a year, but Rob Norton from the Cordish Gaming Group came on to talk about the property before it opened. I'm curious, did the property meet the expectations that Cordish Gaming Group had for it? And what was the first year like in operation?
Yeah, well, we had a great first year. I mean, we had to adjust our expectations, with COVID and with the various restrictions that were on in Philadelphia. But we very much met our expectations. We've contributed over $325 million to the state and local economies, $91 million in taxes to the Commonwealth. Our team members were close to $52 million in wages paid to our team members. We created, some pretty substantial paying jobs, about 1,200 permanent jobs here in the facility, with over 54% of our team members being from Philadelphia, which we're very proud of. We've also spent just over $100 million with local businesses. So all that is great, and our guests continue to come in, and we paid out over $80 million in jackpots last year as well. So thrilled to death to see the integration of us into the community. It's part of our DNA, and it's been a great first year, pandemic issues aside.
Now, like I said, it's the 1 year anniversary of the property. You doing anything special during the 1 year celebration? What promotions do you have to celebrate this?
Well, we always have promotions going on, but the first year anniversary, again, on the heels of a crazy first year, was pretty exciting. We had John Dorenbos, who's become a very good friend and kind of partner for us going forward for the property, a very, very famous eagle.
Sure.
We had him come in. We had the city actually declared February 11th as Live Day in Philadelphia.
Oh,
so
that's
an
cool.
honor that we'll continue to recognize. And we had huge promotion there where we gave $250,000 away in anniversary celebration all month in February. So we had a great time, and we continue to have a great time, with our guests and with our team members.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to be traveling this summer. A lot of people are getting out finally. And for people who visit the property in Philadelphia, what can they expect when they walk onto the gaming floor? I mean, from my experience, it looks like you have every type of game a gambler could want in a casino. But what can they expect when they walk onto the gambling floor?
Well, I think first when they walk onto the gaming floor, they'll compare us to a resort destination type casino. I think they'll be impressed with the overall atmosphere. But we have over 510,000 square feet of activity here with gaming, hotel, and dining. 2,100 brand new slot machines, a lot of favorites: Lightning Link, Wheel of Fortune, Buffalo. A lot of quick hit type games and progressives, probably more progressives on our casino floor than I've ever operated with. Over 100 table games, very, very strong table games business here, and very comfortable environment for those guests. We have what I would describe as probably the nicest poker room in the Northeast.
You do, yeah.
With 29 tables. We also have ETGs, which are electronic table games, where you can play, one dealer can deal to as many as 74 different people at one time. And, of course, our partnership with Vandal is a great asset, and not to mention all the restaurants we have as well.
Well, you just mentioned before a place I had one of the best burgers of my life, and that's Sports and Social. And I know a lot of people go to casinos to go eat. In terms of food, the Philadelphia property is outstanding. What can people choose from when they go to the Philadelphia casino?
Well, you have the prime rib, which again I think our team here, along with the founders of Prime Rib, have really kind of taken that to another level. In terms of fine dining and steak and seafood, that's definitely a must-see. Sports and Social, as we've mentioned, is a Cordish created concept that takes sports and puts some social activity into the experience, and it's an American Grill type menu, but a great venue, great spot to watch any of your favorite sports. Luck Fu is probably one of the best Asian restaurants in the city, and we continue to do well with it. It also features a karaoke room. And then our 10th Street Market has a little bit of a lot of things. We have Lorenzo and Sons. We have Sankey Noodle Bar, a local Chinatown restaurant. Termity Brothers, our favorite bakers in the city of Philadelphia. Just great items from there. And then we also have two concepts from Guy Fieri in Guy's Burgers and Guy's Tacos. And we also have Morty's Deli in there, which is a Cordish created concept that serves some of the best overstuffed sandwiches you'll want to eat. And then we have various bars: Lucky's Liquor, which is located in 10th Street; Center Bar, which is an iconic center point to our casino, where you can basically people watch some bands, have some great drinks. and then our bar is an interactive area where we have our ETGs. So we have a lot going on here.
Wow. It's more than I thought. Boy, it's such a great place to eat. But I don't want to ignore Western Pennsylvania. I want to ask you about your Pittsburgh property, Live Casino Pittsburgh. How long has that property been open?
That property opened in November of 2020, right before 2021.
For people who aren't familiar with Western Pennsylvania, where is that casino located? Are you actually in Pittsburgh? Are you a little outside of Pittsburgh? Where can we find Live Casino Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's located about 30 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, to the east, in Westmoreland, and it's actually part of Westmoreland Mall. Mm-hmm. We took an old facility there and completely redid it, and it's actually a beautiful, beautifully designed property.
We were broadcast in Western Pennsylvania on a radio station out there, and we always get information about all the casinos out there, and everyone says what a great location you guys have and what a great property you have. For people who are traveling this summer, what can they expect when they hit the gaming floor at your Pittsburgh casino? And I'm asking this for myself, too. This is purely selfish. I want to know if I can expect the same great things in Pittsburgh that I got in Philadelphia. Do you offer the same games as you do in the Philadelphia
Yeah,
property?
we absolutely do. We have, that facility is about 100,000 square feet on 2 floors. And we're limited there on the number of games that we're allowed to have based on our license. So we have 750 games there, all of your same favorites, Wheel of Fortune, Double Diamond, Blazing Sevens, some of the, all the games I mentioned in Philadelphia, as well as we actually have a combination of 40 live table games there, including we just opened a new poker room, as well as ETGs, and then again, blackjack, craps, Spanish 21, all your favorite table games are there in just a smaller but beautiful package.
I want to ask you about the entertainment that you offer in your Pennsylvania casinos. One of the great things about being part of your loyalty club is that I get emails telling me about some of the great entertainment you guys have at both of your properties. What can people expect in terms of entertainment?
With Westmoreland, we're in the process of completing our event center, so that'll be about a 7,000 square foot room that we can start booking acts there this summer. But in Philadelphia, we've got quite a few things coming up. Thunder from Down Under at the middle of May here. Jackie the Joke Man.
Oh, okay.
Thursday, June 9th. We have Tony Danza coming in. I'm looking forward to meeting him.
I got that email. Yeah.
On June 11th. Bobby Collins.
Oh, okay.
Very, very famous comedian. Very popular here. In the Northeast, particularly New Jersey. Thursday, July 7th. Don Herrera. Friday, July 22nd. We'll have other acts that we'll be booking into the future. Obviously, our relationship with John Dornbos, we'll be bringing him back at the beginning of football season. Hopefully that'll be an annual tradition for us. And we'll continue to book into the summer additional acts. And then in Pittsburgh, we've actually activated, because we're in that mall location, we've actually activated the outdoor area there, okay. And we have Bulls and Barrels, which will be a rodeo on June 4th and June 5th. That should be fun.
Yeah.
And then, our second version of Summerfest, which we did last year to great success, that'll be on July 16th, and that'll feature a lot of craft beers, and we're working on booking some entertainment for that right now as well.
One of the biggest news stories for the gambling industry over the last couple of years was the rise of sports betting. And I got to tell you, I think Cordish has some of the best in the country. I mean, I just love sitting in the book at the Philadelphia property. Tell us about the sports books in both casinos.
Yeah, well, both sports books are created with our partners Vandal, and again, we offer, hopefully the best odds in the Commonwealth, but we have it's just a great partner in Vandal. You can obviously bet on football, baseball, hockey, basketball right now is pretty hot, particularly with the Sixers in the playoffs. But I think what you get in both locations is a great level of service in terms of our retail sports book, where you get to, some of the best team members in our facility are there to kind of help people even learn about sports betting and kind of walk through. Even though we do have self-service kiosks also throughout the casino, I think for any sports bettor, it's great to be able to talk to some of our team and figure out how to make some of these fun bets and exciting parlays.
How important has sports betting become for the casino industry? I mean, I don't remember a casino that I walk into nowadays that doesn't have a sports book. Can a casino open up and not have a sports book in it and be successful?
Yeah, I don't think so. As I think it's an amenity that a lot of the guests that play our core, slots and table games enjoy doing, as well as it's got its own set of customers that just enjoy doing that. So I think it's been for us it's very important. It's part of the experience, and being in the stadium district, it's a natural fit for us. In Western PA, I mean, it's probably as passionate a sports community as you can imagine with the Pittsburgh teams there too. So it's another great experience there as well.
Another important element of the gambling industry is online or mobile gaming, and I know your property has on its website, you have a link to something called Play Live Casino. What is that, and what can people experience when they click on Play Live Casino?
Yeah, Play Live Casino is we consider it the best online casino, certainly the best online casino in Pennsylvania, and we offer over 100 different gaming options there. Again, a lot of your favorite slot games. We also feature interactive table games with live dealers, blackjack, roulette, and baccarat. We have some of the favorite jackpot games such as Divine Fortune, Mercy of Gods, Wheel of Fortune. So it's really a full casino at your disposal anytime you want.
One of the great things about this job is I get to talk to a lot of people who are really shaping the future of the gaming industry. I know a lot of casino heads and people who manage casinos tell me about how, their casino either has a cashless gaming floor or are thinking about getting one, and they tell me about the future of sports betting is eSports and things like that, or how cryptocurrency will be more commonplace as we move on in the gambling industry. Where do you think the gaming industry is going, and what kind of innovations do you think people can expect, not only for Pennsylvania, but for the rest of the country?
Well, I think the advent of cashless gaming is going to be it's a convenience to the guests. So I think we'll evolve to that to make it easier for guests to be able to play without the exchange of cash back and forth. So I think we'll continue to evolve there. We did open the property with Tito at the tables, which is a convenience which allows people to cash out into a Tito ticket and utilize the TRUs around the casino to get their cash back out. Sorry, this phone just keeps ringing.
No problem.
And where else it goes, as far as crypto and that, I have not got my head around that to start with. But again, all of the innovation that we have will continue to be, will continue to create a guest experience that is better or more seamless. So I think we'll continue to see that. And then on your eSports question, I'm not fully sure how we'll get around that in terms of betting and understanding the integrity of those games. But boy, it sure is popular with the younger generation, and we'll start to figure that out here soon as well.
Now, I know a lot of people are going to be traveling a lot more this summer. People are getting out more. What can customers expect at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh from the properties this summer? Do you have any special events or promotions that you want to tell people about that are happening this summer?
Well, yeah, I mean, for Pittsburgh, we have those two big outdoor festivals, with the rodeo and the Summerfest. That one's June and the other one's in July. So those will be tremendous activities. But in Philadelphia, we haven't talked much about the hotel, but we have one of the just a beautiful hotel property that I think every room is four diamond quality. Mm-hmm. So you have all of that. With lodging, gaming, and entertainment under one roof here in Philadelphia. And then again, we have a lot of the acts that we talked about that
Sure.
are also coming up this summer. And I would keep looking for more because we continue to book into the summer as well.
Well, Joe, we're running out of time, but can you give out a website or a social media address that people can go and check out what's going on at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh?
At Live Casino PHL. I had to get a little bit of help there to make sure I gave you the right deal.
Joe Bilheimer, Executive Vice President of Cordish Gaming Group, thanks so much for coming on and telling us what's going on at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia and Live Casino Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania is an incredible gambling market, and that is due in large part to the hard work and innovations of the Cordish Gaming Group. Please come back on and keep us updated about what's going on at these two incredible properties. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it and look forward to seeing everyone at either one of the properties.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
With Drizzly, I can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly also lets me shop from multiple stores in my area and compare prices on thousands of products.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
We'll get back to the show in a few moments, but I just wanted to take some time and tell everyone about Bean Genius, the smart specialty coffee subscription service. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country. They feature over 2,000 specialty coffee blends, all at your fingertips at beangenius.com. Here's how it works. Head on over to beangenius.com and take their palate profiler test to find out what coffee best fits your taste. Then select from a variety of subscription plans. Every subscription comes with free shipping, and delivery can even be scheduled for once or twice each month. And based upon your review of each coffee blend you try, Bean Genius actually learns your individual taste preferences and then suggests future coffee blends for you. And now you can get 10% off your Bean Genius subscription when you use our promo code PIKE at checkout. Bean Genius offers a variety of subscription plans to suit any coffee lover's needs. Subscribe with Bean Genius today and start enjoying some of the best tasting coffee around. And save 10% off your coffee plan with promo code PIKE.
It's a casino. People gotta win sometimes.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beat in the House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to this week's edition of Beatin the House, where we're going to crisscross the country talking about the different jackpots that happen in the casinos, whether it's a lottery as well or a bingo parlor, because we had a couple bingo jackpots last week.
More bingo?
I don't want to say yes or no.
Oh,
just
okay.
yet. I don't want to
you're
tease
teasing
everything.
it. Oh.
But no, there's no bingo today.
Okay.
No.
I don't think so.
Anytime there's a casino jackpot or a lottery jackpot, we get the press releases and we go through them. Info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep them coming in. And we're going to talk about some of the jackpots that have happened over the past week. Got a lot of them, as a matter of fact.
Really?
So
Okay.
we're going to do shorter entries, but we're going to talk about more jackpots.
All right.
Going to start off in Las Vegas. Never had one from the D until today.
Really?
Never had a D
We
jackpot.
never had a D segment on here, huh?
Never had the D. No.
The D. All right.
We have a massive slot jackpot that was hit at the
All
D. Anonymous guest was playing IGT's Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
Okay. That's one of those slots that always hits. It seems like every time we do a slot, like big jackpot, Wheel of Fortune, chances are it's a Wheel of Fortune or a Monopoly or something like that.
Well, this one really hit.
It
$1.437 million.
1.43, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
Almost 1.44.
So did they say how much money they put in?
No, they didn't say how much.
No, they didn't give it? Okay.
Not much information was handed out about the type of bet that was placed, but the amount of money that came out of that was a massive jackpot.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
that's actually almost even an understatement when you think about it. When we do Wheel of Fortune, usually we see 500,000, 600,000. We rarely see the 1.4 size.
I'm assuming with $1.4 million, I mean, the bells and whistles went off and, the staff came around and things like that, huh? Yeah, okay.
I wonder, I'm assuming since the person wanted to remain anonymous, they didn't take a picture of them handing the novelty check.
Sure, I mean,
or do they say anonymous on the novelty check?
I get some of these comments. I see some of these comments on the Facebook pages of these casinos that post a picture of the winner and the big checks.
Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of comments are saying, oh, they don't look so happy. I guess they don't like their picture being taken and things like that. Or why is a casino taking their picture? Hey, everyone, the casino gets their permission to take the picture. The person isn't getting a picture taken without their, okay. It's just the staff doesn't run up, force them to take a picture.
I would hope not.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't. They ask permission, and if the person says no, they don't take the picture. So, the comments are saying, "Oh, well, I can't believe the casino takes the picture of the winner."
And some people just don't smile
ridiculous.
in photos. There are some people that just don't smile in photos.
Just the thought that these people are forced to take a picture is crazy.
Yeah,
is crazy.
Well, again,
they're not forced to take a picture. They're asked. They give their permission, and the casino takes their picture. If they don't give their permission, the casino doesn't take their picture.
But I think I see what they're saying. If they're not smiling, some people don't smile in pictures. Some people may be worried about dropping the check.
Well, some people might be still in shock of winning $1.4 million.
Yes.
So
I'm pretty sure this guy. I didn't see a picture of this. I have to go look around at the D again, but I did not see a picture of this jackpot up on their social media.
But the whole idea is that a casino forces a winner to take a picture is ridiculous. So stop with the comments.
Moving on to the next jackpot.
Okay,
we're going to go to the other side of the country, Encore Boston Harbor.
Okay,
that
was a big month for Encore Boston. For jackpots, they're
for the last couple of months, it's been huge for Encore. Encore Boston Harbor setting revenue records.
Yeah, they're breaking revenue records, and by the way, they're breaking state tax revenue records too. So the state of Massachusetts is very happy with Encore Boston Harbor.
They're doing extremely well in terms of tax revenue for the state. So I don't see the state of Massachusetts in any hurry to. Maybe that's affecting why they're not in any hurry to do sports betting. They're getting more and more revenue from the casinos.
Well, look, can you imagine Encore Boston Harbor? They have a beautiful, I guess it's Win Sports Bar now.
The WinBet Sports Bar.
WinBet Sports Bar.
Which is the online sports book for Win.
Yeah, but there's no sports betting in Massachusetts, but they're ready to go because I think we've said in past episodes, they have the windows already there. All they need is people to take bets, and I think once Massachusetts ever allows sports betting, they're almost ready from day one.
It's still one of the saddest things when you walk in there and you see those empty cages.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, should be.
It's hope. It's hope. You see this, and it's possibly coming. It's probably coming, but you just don't know when sports betting will be hitting Massachusetts.
When you first see it, it's hope, but when you realize it's Massachusetts and they're not passing, it's hopelessness.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Let's get back to the jackpot. Okay. We have Tyler winning $695,000 on a 5-card Royal Flush playing Crazy for Poker. That's a table game.
Wow. What a variation of that.
What, Crazy for Poker?
I
actually got to take a look at this game because we have another jackpot from them earlier the same month here, earlier in May here. A $33,000 jackpot won by another player playing Crazy for Poker. This was a straight flush.
I actually have to take a look at this because I see the name that you have on the production notes. It's Crazy number 4 Poker.
Right.
Now, it certainly it's Crazy for Poker, but there's a 4 there. Does that mean there are 4 cards being dealt? Okay, I got to check that out.
It has something to do with the actual number of cards, or actually maybe 4 of a kind wins more so than anything else.
That's what this segment does for me. You use Crazy for Poker. I'm going to jump online later today for the different casinos online in New Jersey and see if they have Crazy for Poker, just to see what it is.
I thought about putting the description of the game into the notes.
Okay.
But I figured if I do that, I'm not going to want to look at the game.
Okay. Well, I want to try and check it out.
And just to round out, Encore Boston Harbor are staying in Massachusetts. Last month, they also had a $49,000 jackpot playing the Dollar Storm slot machine.
That's a slot machine. Okay.
The Dollar Storm is a slot machine. I've actually seen Dollar Storm in a lot of the Vegas and Nevada casinos.
Yeah.
Also, like Henderson and Reno have a lot of Dollar Storm.
Yeah.
But I've never really seen it on the East Coast too often. But they actually have this. It was the Dollar Storm in what they call the Loft.
Well, it used to be the big poker room.
They have
poker.
Table poker room.
They have poker now, but it's like 13 tables. So they still have poker. So,
but this is in the. Is it? I don't know if it's the high end slot. I don't know if they're high end up there in the Loft.
High limit slot or whatever. High roller slot.
Whatever.
Thing,
I don't know if that's what they have in the Loft. But
I got to tell you, Encore Boston Harbor is absolutely beautiful casino.
Yes.
I did a video of that one time a couple of weeks ago, and I put it in LinkedIn. And it was like, it got like over 1,200 hits or something like that, 1,200 views.
Well,
a beautiful casino.
We're going back across the country now.
All right.
Back to Nevada. We have the Green Valley Ranch. Jill, a Las Vegas local, Las Vegas Valley resident. I got that straight. Won $115,000 drawing a 7-card straight flush on Pai Gow.
Wow.
To win the progressive jackpot. And she collected an extra $5,000 playing the fortune bonus side bet.
Yeah.
So she played the game straight with the side bet. The side bet didn't come in with the big money. The side bet just added $5,000.
I haven't played Pai Gow in a couple of weeks now.
You're slacking.
I know. I started with it because I just wanted to learn it. The greatest thing about the online casinos in New Jersey and anywhere really is you get to learn all of the games and it's cheap.
Yes.
You don't have the big limits. I mean,
don't
I know
you do have them.
You can. I mean, you can, but you can actually play at a lower limit. Let me tell you something. Where you can't go into a casino and play 1-2 cent poker.
No, you can't.
You can do it online, and it's a great way to learn it. It's a great way to learn these games.
Those
too.
are called micro stakes.
Micro stakes. You can play micro stakes online. I mean, I'm bringing it up because if you're new to poker and things like that, go online and play. It's real money, but it's not crazy real money that you can learn at your own pace.
Well, we're now leaving Las Vegas and going to Henderson.
Okay.
The Klondike Sunset Casino. Unidentified local resident, they wish to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Won $108,000 playing the Dollar Storm Grand Progressive slot.
Dollar Storm, huh?
Same. That's 2 now. 2 this week.
Okay, 1 in Nevada and 1 in
Boston.
Massachusetts.
Yep,
okay.
1 in Boston.
Okay.
We have Henderson to Boston. So congratulations to the unidentified local.
Okay.
We're leaving Nevada completely. Now we're going to Iowa.
Iowa, huh?
Diamond Joe Casino.
I like that name.
I believe it's the home of one of the Betfred sportsbooks, too.
Oh, okay.
Diamond Joe said that a man named Shane from Osage won a jackpot of $53,000 on a $10 bet at 11 p.m. at night playing Aristocrats Dragon Link slot game.
Wow.
That's another one of those progressive ones it's like the Buffalo. This one's Dragon.
What a great headline that is. It's a uniquely Western, Midwestern kind of headline. Shane from Iowa wins money at Diamond Joe's.
Shane from Osage, Iowa.
So what? That's great.
Well, we're going to leave Iowa.
All right.
I didn't have much more to say about
No,
Iowa.
that's it. That's it.
Hey, Diamond Joe did their job.
Hey,
They got the
congratulations,
to us.
Iowa.
Yes. Going to Atlantic City.
All right.
Borgata. They had 2 jackpots, both on April 23rd, both of over $100,000. Actually, I should say both exactly $100,000.
Oh, wow.
This is the brick and mortar.
April
not the online
23rd,
site.
huh?
Yep.
Boy.
This is the brick and mortar, not the online site. First person won $100 per spin IGT WildStar Red, White, and Blue slot machine. Won $100,000.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's the same person, but it's 2 $100,000 jackpots. This other one came on the $25 IGT Jacks or Better video poker machine.
All right.
So 1 slot, 1 video poker.
Okay.
Both at Borgata, brick and mortar in Atlantic City. Let's go over to a little lottery win.
Lottery.
And I say little, sarcastically, because a man named Osman from Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, I heard this. Yeah.
Won $7 million using the Jackpocket app, and he won the Cash for Life jackpot.
Wow.
So I don't know if he did the Cash for Life, but I guess it's, $1,000 a day for life. That's the way that's set up.
Or a week, or sometimes they're broken down to a week or a month or something like that.
I think it depends on how big the jackpot is, too.
Can you take the lump sum in that one?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if you're able to do that. But it's Cash for Life. You're supposed to get either weekly or daily sum.
So
depending on the state.
In all total, this thing is worth $7 million to the winner.
$7 million.
Okay.
And he used Jackpocket.
Okay.
One of their biggest jackpots on Jackpocket that they have. We have a Caesar Sportsbook win from New York City, or New York State, online sportsbook. A sports bettor turned a $6.90 bet, 16-team parlay.
16?
16.
Wow. In what? Was it across
10 Major League Baseball games, 4 NHL games, and 2 NBA playoff games that happened that night.
Wow, good for him.
He went everywhere.
Wow.
$219,000.
Wow.
On a $6.90 bet.
Good for him.
Now I'm assuming
why
$6.90?
Well, see, I was thinking about this, and I always see these kind of bets that someone bet such and such money. You can do it the opposite. If you make a bet online anyway, and you want to win a certain amount of money, you put the amount you want to win, and it'll automatically put in how much you have to bet to win that amount of money.
Okay.
Because I don't know why someone would bet $6 and what was it? $6.15?
$6.90.
$6. Yeah. I wonder if he put in the amount he wants to win, and they tell you have to bet this much to win this amount. So.
Well, I've never done it that way.
No, I haven't. But
I guess
that's the only reasoning I have for someone betting $6.90, unless that was the last amount he had in his account,
that's what I'm
and he just
too.
bet
That's
the
what
rest
I'm
of his
too.
account. So,
or maybe it was some kind of bonus bet.
I don't know.
It didn't say whether or not this was a free bet or something like that. So we got 2 summaries from 2 of the slot companies for monthly wins. We have International Gaming Technology, IGT. They reported that 3 life-changing jackpots, that's how they phrased it, were hit on Wheel of Fortune and Powerbucks slot machines in April. On April 4th, they had a Wheel of Fortune player hit $3.8 million playing Wheel of Fortune Triple Diamond at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut.
Wow.
I think we covered that one.
Yeah.
April 8th, we have a Powerbucks slots player won $1.4 million Canadian dollars.
I don't know what Powerbucks is. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, it's they were playing the Wheel of Fortune Exotic Far East slot, which is under the Powerbucks brand there.
All right.
So,
all right.
And then on April 21st, an online Powerbucks player won $1 million Canadian dollars playing Wheel of Fortune Hawaiian Getaway in British Columbia, Canada.
Okay.
So, according to IGT, their Powerbucks brand of slots have minted more than 1,100 millionaires. Wow. I'm using their terminology here from the press release. Have minted more than 1,100 millionaires and awarded over $3.4 billion in jackpots since their launch in 1996.
Wow.
So that's a division of their Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Games or whatever.
So Powerbucks is
Powerbucks
kind of
is
a division.
Overall branding kind of thing.
Okay.
And we going to end up in Las Vegas with Boyd Gaming. Over $32 million in jackpots were awarded by Boyd Gaming properties in the Las Vegas area. We have one player at Fremont. As a matter of fact, I think we talked about this one too. Fremont Hotel, $18,500 jackpot playing the Lightning Link slot. At the same day at the Aliante Casino, a player hit for $13,000 on the Funan Funu slot. On April 4th at the Cannery Casino, a person took home $16,000 playing Cash Cove. Never heard of that one before.
No.
And at the Orleans, a guest walked away with more than $17,500 after betting just 88 cents on the Wealth of Coins slot machine.
Okay.
So a couple new ones there. And we had a couple Dancing Drums Prosperity. That's another new one at Gold Coast. 88-cent bet turned into 10.5. And the last one that they announced was one player scored 4 large Keno jackpots. We haven't had a Keno jackpot.
Okay.
On $8 bets. He had 3 $14,000 payouts, and then one of just a little more than $11,000. So he won $55,000 on 4 Keno bets.
Wow.
In one day.
Wow.
So congratulations to all our winners. That's it for this week's Beat in the House. Please keep those press releases coming in. Info at turnpikesportsradio.com, and we'll keep doing this segment.
The book report's next, so stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sportsbook. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E. Make your first wager of $20 or more and you'll get $100 in free bets. That's $100 in free bets when your first wager on Borgata Sports is $20 or more. Get into the action with BorgataSports.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And welcome to today's Turnpike Sports Book Report, where we're going to go through some state and national sports betting reports, including some records and benchmarks to talk about this week. We've got a bunch of deals, as always, to talk about, including BetMGM's deal, and as well as NASCAR making another deal for in the sports betting realm. We've got industry updates with the American Gaming Association releasing their State of the States report, as well as their first quarter of 2022 commercial revenue tracker. We also got a lot of launches to talk about, too. And then we're going to finish up with some legislative updates, including the brand new state to the sports betting industry, Kansas. Where I'm just going to tell you right now, it's Kansas.
Okay. You weren't even going to tease that, huh?
No. We're
Kansas.
It's been a long time coming. They've been talking about it for about 2 weeks now.
What is that number, the 35th state now?
35. But we're going to go through the bill itself because there is a unique addition to the bill that a lot of other states do not have.
Okay.
And that's the tease.
Okay. All right.
But as always, we're going to start off with some numbers. Now, as I said at the top of the book report, we had Illinois reporting their March numbers.
Yeah,
now,
I heard they had a good month.
They had a great month. They set a record.
Okay.
They almost joined the $1 billion club, but they ended up just a little shy. They ended up reporting, let me get this right, $971 million.
Wow.
In March handle. And that's because of March Madness, too.
Sure.
And also, I think you got to point out the fact that was the first month, I believe March was the first month that they had remote registration for online books.
Oh, okay.
So they had an influx of new customers hitting the market.
Okay.
So again, that shows you the strength of getting rid of that in-person registration for the mobile sports betting industry. I think there's only 1 or 2 states left. I think we're talking about Nevada mostly when we talk about that stuff. But again, it shows that a lot of people don't want to get off their couch, basically.
And I also assume that Illinois is going to hit the billion mark one of these months.
Yeah, you got to say that.
It's just they're flirting with it. And,
well, this was March. April's probably going to be down.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know about May. What starts in May? There's really April and May are kind of dead months in terms of the sports betting calendar. But then again, you never know. You may have a huge baseball crowd in Illinois. Mm-hmm. So, but that's something to keep an eye on. It was 971.2 million for the month of March. That was up 43% from February.
Okay.
So they had a huge jump, and I guess you got to give it credit to the remote registration a lot of it too.
I'm sure there's going to be a study on that because there's studies every week coming out for sports betting. Some college gets a grant to do some kind of study and some kind of survey for sports betting.
Well, we just talked about the Rutgers survey.
Let's see if someone does a study on how much remote registration increases sports betting.
Sports betting is one of those industries that not only does it function best when you have the most data, it also, the surveys help you see if you're going in the right direction in certain areas.
Oh no, they serve a function. It's incredible how many of these studies there are.
Well, besides the state hitting a record high and almost hitting that $1 billion mark, BetMGM had its first month in Illinois. They had a $43 million handle in their first month. I don't know if they've done that in other states in their first month. I think they've always been one of the slow burners.
Did they do the press release? We're really happy about what happened, or they haven't commented yet on?
They haven't reported anything in terms of happiness.
Okay.
So I don't know how to answer that question. Are they happy? Yes, I'm sure.
Are they pleased with it? Did they hit expectations? I guess we'll find out later.
Also, Vandal became the first mobile operator to hit $300 million in handle for the month. Mm-hmm. In a single month, they hit $300 million. They did 302 million online, and then another 5 million on retail.
Okay.
So their traditional handle was over 3 million. They're the first operator in Illinois to do that.
Okay.
PointsBet had record handle and record revenue for the month for them. They had 77 million in handle and 6.6 million in revenue for the month of March. So a lot of benchmarks that happen in Illinois in the month of March. Again, we're going to see a drop. Everyone else has been declining because they've been reporting their April numbers. Illinois is just starting to report their March numbers now.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what Arizona reports.
They're always late, right? Yes, they're a couple months late. So we'll hold our breath until Arizona reports.
For New York, can't do a number segment without talking about New York for a little bit. We have the week ending May 1st. We'll talk about the week ending May 8th next week.
Well, yeah. Well, New York, they do theirs weekly.
Yes.
The numbers are so huge out of New York, we can't comprehend a month total. They have to give us week by week.
Well,
they spoon feed us.
If you look at their weekly totals, one week sometimes surpasses a lot lot of the other states.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it's incredible.
I'm glad they do it week by week because it'd be, incredible. The numbers would be insane monthly.
Well, for the through the week ending May 1st, we have DraftKings. They cleared $1.5 billion in handle, $100 million in revenue. Vandal reported $2.38 billion in handle, $100 million, $88.9 million in taxes. They've paid taxes that much, $88 million in taxes. That's that 51% tax rate. DraftKings accepted $1.5 billion in sports bets.
Okay.
Paid $51.6 million in taxes.
Okay. Now this is since the launch.
This is since launch. This is not just 1 week. No.
This is January 8th was the launch?
January 8th. Okay. This is through the week ending May 1st. These numbers are going to change for the week ending May 8th.
This is from the beginning to May 1st.
This is since launch,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
I think it's what now? It's February, March, April, 3.5 months.
Okay.
If you want to count it that way.
All right.
And Caesars accepted $1.44 billion in handle and they've paid $57 million in taxes. So from those 3 books alone, they've gotten somewhere around $250 million in taxes.
Wow.
Since launch.
That's incredible.
That's still even, that's a number a lot of states can't even fathom if you think about it. It's an incredible amount of money that's flowing through New York, and I think that's mostly because of the population density.
Sure.
And I'm wondering how much that's going to change, in terms of if New York is going to still be number one once California gets it. And they're inching closer.
Inching closer, yeah.
Inching, ever so slightly. We're going to finish up the numbers segment with the Kentucky Derby numbers. As everyone knows, we just had the Kentucky Derby, Rich Strike, 80 to 1 shot.
I don't know anyone who had that pick. Anyone.
There were probably people who actually bet on him just by they did every single horse.
Yeah,
He was a late addition. There was no way you had any kind of information.
Our dad
on
does
the guy.
stuff like that. Oh, 80 to 1?
Yes.
Oh, I'll put $2 on it.
Yeah,
So,
well, there are a lot of people like
he
that.
didn't do
out
it
there.
this year, but
No.
that's the kind of bets he makes at horse tracks.
He would have been smart to do it this time.
Yeah.
And let's see, Kentucky Derby record: $273.8 million was bet on the entire Derby day. All 12 races.
Yep.
That's an increase of 17% from the year before. And on the Kentucky Derby itself was $168.8 million handle. So that was a record as well.
Wow.
So the Derby itself, the Derby day, I think even the program before, the Kentucky Oaks program, they set records too in terms of handle. So it was a good day all around for the horse racing industry for Derby weekend.
Yeah, it's a good day for Kentucky.
Let's move on to some deals. We have a couple deals to talk about today. We've got a BetMGM deal. We've got a new NASCAR deal to talk about. Got a whole bunch of other different types of deals that we can hit. And if time allotted, we will hit as many as we can during this little segment in the book report. First off, BetMGM announced a sports betting partnership with Houston Astros. And even though Texas does not have any type of gambling whatsoever, this is BetMGM's first relationship of this kind in Texas.
Good.
Like I said, there's no sports betting here, and I know there are a couple other companies that made deals in Texas, like PointsBet did a deal with the soccer team.
Yeah,
I think PlayUp did a deal also with another soccer team or another professional team there. Everyone's starting to get the market access deal set up.
Sure.
I don't hear anybody saying Texas is interested in passing any kind of gambling expansion type bills.
Yeah, they don't even have
sports
casinos,
betting.
right?
They have nothing.
No casinos.
I don't even know. I'm not even sure if they have a lottery.
I don't know.
So, but again, you see all the pundits out there saying, there may be a shot at some point. Again, you don't know with Texas.
And
Texas is very resistant to gambling.
The only time I hear about Houston and sports betting is when Mattress Max makes some kind of bet.
Yes.
And I guess he has to go to another state to do it.
I remember he did his bets one place in Colorado. He did one the NCAA did in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I guess that's closest to him.
I guess.
That may be his new home field for betting.
I guess.
But anyway, speaking of fields, we have BetMGM signage will be prominently featured at the Astros ballpark, a permanent outfield wall sign. They're also going to be part of the green screen rotation behind the batters at home plate. The interesting part of this is that since there's no sports betting in Texas, the Astros and BetMGM have teamed up to create special promotions, special offers for Louisiana bettors.
Oh, no, there you go. Just like when we said Mattress Max went to Louisiana. Did I just call him Mattress Max? Mattress Max.
Mattress Max.
Yeah, he went to
Mattress
Louisiana.
Max. You have me saying Max now. But,
so,
it
goes to Louisiana to place bets. So I'm assuming Houston's relatively close to Louisiana?
Well, when Louisiana first launched their mobile betting industry, they had reports from GeoComply that a lot of people were moving over from East Texas into Louisiana, across the border to do their betting. They actually even had a whole bunch of failed attempts from East Texas to try and do some betting on Louisiana.
So I guess the Houston Astros are, I guess they have a big fan base in Louisiana. I guess that's the closest team to them. Or
you know what? They may not need a huge fan base in Louisiana because the Eastern Texas people who want to bet on the Astros have to go to Louisiana.
I'm just talking about aside from sports betting. I'm just wondering if they have a big fan base in Louisiana. They must. I guess that's the closest team to them.
That's the closest pro baseball team.
Yeah, I guess.
But again, it's the first one I've seen that has to do across state promotions for this.
Okay.
I don't know too many other deals that have to focus on the neighboring state for their sports betting deal in one state. You know, I have never seen somebody do something from like one of the other non-gambling states.
Okay.
So it could be the first time this has happened. It's a cross-state promotion. Very unique animal, I guess you can call that. They're also going to be doing a lot of custom content for the fans for both Texas and I guess you got to include Texas and Louisiana.
Yeah, cool.
NASCAR also did a very interesting partnership. It's sort of an expansion of their already existing partnership with this group called Pickup. Pickup is a social media platform company where they utilize SMS, text messaging.
Okay.
Short message system. That's what SMS.
That's what SMS stands for. Okay.
Yes.
Short messaging system. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So
see, that's great. I mean, I like that. That's a great way to do it.
Well, they've actually been doing it for a while, and what they have been able to do with Pickup, they have created strategies where the texts are tailored toward the geolocation of where the people are.
Great. Right.
So if you're sitting in the stands watching a race one place, you're going to get a certain text.
Oh, that's great.
You go to another race in a different place, they're going to get different text.
Okay.
And they've actually been seeing a really good response to this. They've been doing special offers, and now they're going to be expanding it. They're going to do it as much as possible throughout all their different races, their different racing seasons.
See, I like that. That's great. I mean, if you're a NASCAR fan, that's perfect, getting messages on your phone like that.
NASCAR has always been ahead of the game with sports betting.
Sure.
And Joe Solosky over there has been running that group, and he has been doing such an incredible job with that.
Yeah.
And they just keep getting better and better with the sports betting industry. We have overseas. Let me hit this one first before I go back to Hard Rock. We have a Hard Rock deal to talk about, too. 888 Sport just announced that they extended their deal with the NFL in Europe.
Oh, okay.
They will be doing, let's see, they are the official sports betting partner in the UK and Ireland until 2025.
Okay.
The 888 Sport logo is going to be visible on the exterior of the two stadiums that the NFL London games are going to be played at. So you're going to see 888 everywhere. I'm assuming, I don't know how the local or the domestic broadcasts are going to handle 888 Sport. In terms of, are they going to be able to show it, or I don't know how they.
I'm assuming
they would. Yeah,
so, certainly. It's they're certainly registered and legal here, so I guess they wouldn't have a problem showing.
No, and I'm very curious to see how the signage looks on the outside of the stadium. Are they going to be like the flags that?
I was watching a lot of like European soccer and and sports betting is all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, you can't watch a game without, I mean, if one sign flips to another sign and they're both sports betting entities. So it's pretty common over there.
I have to admit, one of the greatest inventions for soccer was that digital board along the edge.
Oh, yeah, around the field. Yeah.
Some of them have green screens.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just constant. It's constant. It's great.
It's fun to watch. I'm waiting to see the NFL start doing that in the stadiums.
Oh, the stadiums around the
bowls, the rings, up top with the upper levels.
Well, I'm sure some of them have them.
Well, a lot of them have the Ring of Honors around those things too. So I don't know. You have to probably work out a restructuring of a stadium for that stuff. But I'm waiting to see that in the United States. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Hard Rock did a deal with Red Bull Racing. It's not necessarily a sports betting deal, but I thought it was kind of interesting because Hard Rock is now the official home for viewing parties for Red Bull Racing in Formula One.
Oh, okay.
Especially since they just had the Formula One in Miami.
So are they the Hard Rocks everywhere?
Hard Rock's everywhere.
I mean, if I went down to Atlantic City at the Hard Rock, they'd have the thing?
They said Hard Rock everywhere.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
But maybe it's only where the races are being held.
Oh, that's true. That could be.
So I know they got ones coming in Vegas.
So, I have to check that out.
and you're going to see Hard Rock's logo all over the racing car.
Okay.
So it was just a different type of deal to throw in there. And last deal for the week, IMG Arena now announced a multi-year deal with the National Basketball League of Canada. They're going to be doing the data and odds and the data deal for data distribution.
I know nothing about Canadian basketball.
I almost said NBA
I know nothing about Canadian basketball.
So, but yeah, that's what we have for the deals this week. There's a whole bunch more. Let's start talking some industry updates. Now, as I said at the top of the show, we had the American Gaming Association release their State of the States report for 2021. They also reported the commercial revenue tracker for the first quarter of 2022. Mm-hmm. A lot of numbers to go through. I'm just going to hit a couple here because we also have some launches to talk about as well. First off, we have, in terms of sports betting, in the first quarter, sports betting of 2021, since this is a State of the State. Sports betting and iGaming accounted for 15.7% of total gaming revenue.
Okay.
Record sports betting handle this year in the first quarter, $26.34 billion.
Wow.
Nationwide for the first quarter of this year. And it's kind of they released them both at the same time, so I'm going to be flipping back and forth between these things, and I apologize for that, especially for people following along. Sports betting handle $26.34 billion. That's record, led to also revenue record for the quarter, $1.58 billion.
Wow.
In revenue. That was more than double what we had in 2021 for the first quarter. It was $13.02 billion bet in the first quarter. So the busy sports calendar is really driving some of the sports betting numbers here.
Yep.
It's just incredible to see this industry growing. I mean, we've added more and more states.
Yeah.
And that's adding to it. One state in particular dropped their in-person registration. We already talked about that with Illinois.
Yep.
So a lot more people are getting involved. There's a lot more content marketing, I should say. That's the way I phrase it.
Sure.
Where people are actually they're working in some kind of entertainment value into the sports betting promos, getting more people involved, I guess you can call it. So unlike us, which will bore you to death. So this is not entertaining.
Unlike this show, it's but no, I can imagine living in the East Coast. There's a ton of sports betting shows.
Yes,
on TV.
Let's talk a few launches.
Okay,
BetMakers in New Jersey. They launched fixed odds sports betting at Monmouth Park on May 7th.
Great.
They're going to be launching a new platform to actually accommodate the fixed odds betting. BetMakers and Equibase are going to be making a new platform.
Okay.
For fixed odds betting. Superbook launched in Tennessee.
All right.
That's their fifth state, and there are now a dozen online sports books in Tennessee. Saracen.
Tennessee has a dozen online sports books.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I know. I was surprised at that number.
Wow,
and there's two more coming, too.
Wow.
There's two more coming.
Good for Tennessee.
Saracen Casino in Arkansas launched their online sports betting app. It's under the Bet Saracen brand. So that is the second mobile app in the state. The retail Hard Rock Sportsbook opened at the Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana. The Hard Rock Northern Indiana was the last casino not to have a sportsbook in that region.
Oh, okay. So now all the casinos have sports books.
Circa Sports announced that they're going to enter into the Illinois market.
Wow.
Through a deal with Full House Resorts in the Waukegan place that they're building.
I'm waiting for Circa to come to Jersey.
Yeah. They're probably got
hopefully
their sights set on that stuff.
Yeah,
well,
hopefully
Jersey
get their act together there.
Jersey's loaded right now, and there's even more.
It's a
coming,
crowded market. So,
but again, they don't have any licensing in place yet for the Full House Resort Sportsbook yet. So, it's just their announcement that they're going to be doing that. They have the market access. One Ontario announcement, DraftKings finally announced that they're planning to launch in the second quarter here for Ontario.
Okay.
They announced that during their earnings call. All right, let's move on to some legislation and talk about the new state that just came on board. For the last segment of the book report today, the legislative update segment, we're talking Kansas. Kansas became the 35th state to legalize sports betting. Governor Laura Kelly signed the bill late Thursday.
So a busy couple of weeks. We had Maine 1 week. Now we have Kansas.
Maine somehow beat everybody else to the punch in 2022, and they actually passed sports betting first.
Yeah. So Kansas is the second state of 2022
Right.
to legalize sports betting.
What's funny is Kansas is going to be launching or attempting to launch by the start of the NFL season.
Okay.
Maine has gone ahead and said that's going to be at least 2
Couple years. Yeah.
So
such ridiculous.
they're talking as late as 2024.
Who?
Maine.
Maine. Okay.
That is
Kansas is going to start a lot earlier than that.
If they actually stick to that guideline, the 2024 launch, they would be the longest launch from signing a bill into legislation.
So Maine
to
would be
actual
the
launch.
longest launch from signing legislation to actually
enacting-
implementing
to
it.
launching it,
Okay.
to actually really launching it.
Okay.
So
All right.
it'll be interesting to watch there. There's a whole bunch of things to hammer out there, but Kansas, they're already starting to draft the rules and regulations. They're starting to draft the applications. Under the new law, the 4 state casinos are eligible to partner with 3 mobile operators each.
Okay.
So that's a total of 6 skins right there. 12 skins. I'm sorry, 12 skins. My math is bad. Kansas state tribes, the Native American tribes, can amend their gaming compacts to get online sports betting and retail wagering at their casinos.
Okay.
Listen to this. Under this law, the casinos can also partner with up to 50 additional facilities for betting kiosks.
So
you can
does
have
that bars and restaurants? Is that what they're talking about?
That is what they're talking about.
Okay. Interesting.
Especially professional sports teams.
Oh, and also stadiums, I guess.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Well, this is
Interesting.
where Kansas had a interesting addition to their bill, and everyone was talking about this when they were going through the process here. They have part of the tax revenue going into a fund to help create stadium proposals and also even offering deals to pro sports teams to come to Kansas.
Okay.
They have made it
very interesting.
Well, they made it they didn't hide this at all. They want the Chiefs.
Hey, good.
I mean, I
Good
guess
for
they'd
them.
be the Kansas Chiefs instead of Kansas City
Yeah,
Chiefs.
just drop the city part of it.
I guess so. I don't see too many other states doing that.
Very creative.
Very different.
Very
different.
I'm very impressed with the lawmakers of Kansas to actually kind of get a little creative with their legislation. Good for them.
Well, there's a little rivalry between the two states, so they were neck and neck.
So
with seeing
Kansas
who
and
did-
Missouri, there's a kind of a rivalry kind of thing.
I guess so. Yeah, they were neck and neck with trying to pass the bill.
Okay.
And Missouri fell apart. Kansas actually passed it.
Oh, good for Kansas.
One other legislative note: Kentucky.
Okay.
Even though Kentucky didn't pass sports betting bill, they actually had a bill passed that was kind of interesting that caught my attention. It had to do with horse racing.
Okay.
Under the current law, winning bets are rounded to the nearest 20 cent mark.
Okay.
They just passed a law where the exact winning has to be paid out now.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
in certain instances, you're going to see a bigger win. In other instances, you're going to see a smaller win. But they had a law. I didn't understand the law to begin with. They had rounded it off.
That's a very interesting law, very interesting regulation. But
It was just odd.
Never even thought of that.
And last quick note: Florida. Even though nothing's going on in terms of sports betting, Governor DeSantis appointed 5 people to the Florida Gaming Board. He actually reappointed 3 and added 2.
Okay.
So there is some movement in the gaming industry in Florida, just not in the way everybody else wants it to go.
Okay.
But that's it for this week's book report. Keep the press releases coming in, info@turnpikesportsradio.com, and we'll keep putting up the news and notes from the previous week's sports betting industry.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.